Hey everyone, Rachel and Steph, Yoga Bones. We're excited. We're back on our BAM.
I know, long time no see.
Yeah, hey everyone. So BAM series, which is the benefits, anatomy, alignment, and modifications for different yoga poses. We've chosen the Ashtanga series, and right now we are on pose
number 13.
And it's called
Lucky 13. It's a variation on forward fold, which is I'm going to step back and show you. We're going to break it down.
Yeah.
But there's going to be two hand variations, which is the reasons why they have two different names. First one is Padangusthasana, which the yogi told us, and then Padahastasana is with the hands. But it's still, at the end of the day, a forward fold. So if you've watched any of the other videos that we've done, there's a few that include the forward fold and what that looks like. It's basically the same thing, except with a different foot variation, and then we add the hands.
There we go.
I happen to love it.
Okay, and
Why do you love it?
Well, yeah, I don't know. So should we talk about the benefits first, or should we do it? Which way do you want to do it?
Let's talk about the benefit first. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So a biggie for me, everyone, every forward fold is let's call it dampening, a softening of the nervous system, which basically means that you're taking yourself towards the balance in your nervous system, away from that go. So anything upside down where your head is lower than your heart. So that's a key one in our go, go, go world. And then the second one is, I'm more going to show it when we're actually doing it, but it's how we're able to take our brain to where our big toe is. Mm-hmm. As a physiotherapist, as you know, some of you know that I am, it's so important that we get the mobility in that joint right and sufficient. So this pose, although it's got lots of other add-ons, you know, the big toe mobility and awareness of is really important. So that's for me. Steph, what do you get out of the pose, or what do you think is important?
I know I really like those two very much, but I like the alignment of the big toe is a definitely win for me, because it activates the midline, which is very important.
Yeah.
But my favorite in this pose and this deep forward fold is definitely the compression of the upper body folding over the lower body. So like the support of your organs, of your lower abdomen, really getting it on. So even if your legs are bent, we're going to play with this now, the degree of like bending your knees.
Yeah.
But no matter what that degree looks like, you're still getting that support. You can hang out there like all day long.
I'm going to go and do it. You talk me through it.
Amazing.
Okay.
So the difference in the original, well, not original, but the other Uttanasana forward fold is this one is feet, like your hip distance apart. That was funny to say. So I see perfect. Rachel here has her toes aligned, ankles, knees, and hip bones. So her hip points, not the outer hip, the inner hip here. So that's perfect. So that's the front view of the alignment. Thank you. Can you please turn sideways? So if you've ever been into one of my class, I like to refer like as your peace fingers, and you're going to make little hooks with your peace fingers. Exactly. And grab your big toes. So it's like where your like slippers or thongs would go in, you would grab your big toes. Now your first breath is your inhale. You want to lengthen. So get that same flat back we would do in Ardha Uttanasana. Perfect. So good. And then as you exhale, you want to fold. So if you watch, again, any of the other videos, we talk about that Japanese ham sandwich. If I come and bring my hand here, it ain't fitting. And that's what we want. So we can play with the extension of the legs, so playing to see if we can extend them or not. But the minute that the disconnect happens with your belly from your thighs, then you've gone too far. So it's also playing with the toes, like as Rachel mentioned with the big toes. Can you bring some of the weight forward into your feet and not just have it in your heels? Slowly release and roll up. How did that feel?
Amazing.
Woo! I love what she said about the nervous system too, is that when you are standing up, your neck supports your head. The physio here, I hopefully will agree with me. Your head weighs what, 8-9 pounds?
A lot.
And your neck is always supporting it. So being in a forward fold here, having no tension in the back of the neck, you're actually giving your neck a break. It's so lovely to just let your head hang, feel the muscles and the ligaments and everything kind of have a little bit of a break and actually relax. The second variation, Padangusthasana, is we're going to slide our whole hand under our foot. Can we see it for feet? Perfect. So it's not just the fingertips. We're trying to reach the toes right to the wrist crease. So the whole hand is getting under the feet. Amazing. Look at that. So the elbows kind of want to go out as you fold. Same action here, Japanese hand sandwich. No space for the hand to get that support of the low belly, get that support of the organs. No tension in the neck, that finding that full release in the back of the head. So again, you want to play with rocking back and forth in the heels. And as you push the toes into the palm of the hand, like right below your wrist crease, those of us that type all day long and always have that weird flexion in the wrist, this deep flexion the other way, that stretch is, you're going to feel it. It's literally amazing. Obviously on the floor right now where we are, it's a bit tender on the back of the hand, but if you're on your mat, obviously a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, so good. Awesome.
So good.
Yeah, and modifications are, I think everyone, a key one for me would be to quite simply bend your knees more, you know? So everyone's like, oh, I can't get my hands under. It's because you've got your legs straight. So bend your knees, and that is going to enable you to get your chest on your thighs, your belly on your thighs, and then you're going to be able to get your hands under. Yes, it's a bit daunting because it can be a balance issue as well, but maybe just try one hand under. Or you're like, okay, cool, I've got that other hand under, and then go both.
Yeah.
Because you're literally trying with your toes to massage the palm of your hand. So it's that release that Steph's talking about.
The release of the top, because if you're always on your keyboard, that flexion here, that these muscles are always super tense.
Yeah.
So that reverse and then massaging the back was going to help.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the modification in this one, because it's a pose that has to do with your hands, there's not really any use for blocks. So the only modification in this one is bend your knees. Bend your knees as much as you need. You could be at a 90-degree angle. As long as you get the hand action, that's what we're looking for now.
And straight up vulnerable. In Sydney, I was practicing 5 times a week. Awesome. I've been here in Barbados now for a while, not practicing. And I was in that pose with my knees bent properly and my legs were shaking because I'm weak. I'm weaker than I was. So I need to do more yoga. Keynote, do more yoga, everyone. Okay, cool. So on that note, I'll kind of get doing more yoga, and thanks a lot, Steph. That's awesome.
See you in the next pose, guys. Bye.
Bye.